I know you were kind of a late addition last season. Do you feel more comfortable this year, having had a full off season with the program, all that under your belt?
Yeah, I mean, certainly this year, taking some of those experiences from last year and trying to build on them. Yeah, I think that's been crucial to my development and also being comfortable out there. I think a lot of that comfort comes from practice, whether it be team compete, going against the first defense, or whether it be the scout looks, making sure that we know what's coming on defense. So, and watching film, all those, I would say those three things: competing and watching film. That's really where the comfort comes from, as much as the experience. So.
How important was this bye week for yourself and things kind of refocus the mental maybe and also physically?
Yeah, I mean, obviously physical sports, so having that week off, there was a huge emphasis on recovery. Certainly, when you say, week off in terms of having a game, but we had physical good practices last week, so taking advantage of the last few days has been really good for us in terms of mentally getting refocused, gives us a few extra days to prepare for Indiana, and then also getting back to body weights, stuff like that, getting in the weight room, getting a few good lifts in. So sets us up well for the last 6 weeks of the year, really to hit it hard, because we need to be the most physical team out there, and so that bye week gives us a chance to get ready to accomplish that.
Coach Rule was saying yesterday he wants to see a few more explosive plays from the run game. I guess just as the fullback is the guy's the lead blocker for those tailbacks, just what does that look like from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of explosive plays come from just physically moving a guy out of their gap, whether it be put him on his back or driving him way out of the play. In addition to that, it's also we've got a huge emphasis on making guys miss, so that's kind of the two pieces that go together. So if I can give him an extra yard or two of space to make a guy miss, maybe they break one or two more, and those you break a couple of them, and next thing you know, it starts to kind of snowball from there. So obviously we're going to need to run the ball down the stretch, especially as the weather gets colder and things of that nature. So for me, it's about being able to physically move a guy out of the way and being able to put guys on their back. That's kind of the next step as we go down the stretch.
What's the kind of running back by committee? Is there a difference for you as a lead blocker, like how Emmett or Amir or Dante likes their blocks? Is there a difference? Do you have to adjust at all to the guy?
For me, it's about getting my job done first and foremost, and a lot of times that means giving the back a two-way go, especially if it's out in space. So giving the back a chance to cut in, cut out. I think that's kind of where I'm continuing to work on, and the backs are continuing to work on getting a feel for having the fullback in there. And so I think as that as the season continues and we get more reps at it, whether it be in practice or in the game, they've really started to figure it out. And Dante loves running with the I formation with the fullback in front. He did all of high school. Gabe's really good back there in I formation, and then obviously Emmett and Remy are both really good back there with, especially once they get out into space, trying to make guys miss and break big plays.
Does Ron Brown handle most of your group, or who kind of coaches your group?
Yeah, so the fullbacks typically go with Coach Brown. So we do our individual periods with him, which are super. They're physical, they're old school, they're he's trying to bring that toughness and physicality that teams of the past have had, and really instill that in us, with just our practice habits, and especially with that individual period, we get 10 minutes a day to just basically go at each other for, so I think that's been really important. And then also being in the room with Sat, being able to, learn the entire offense from his point of view, and have the offensive coordinator teaching me kind of the nuances of the offenses and what we're trying to accomplish. So I think, both getting, Coach Brown's Indy periods and his constant feedback, he's always got something to critique. He's, whether you feel like you had a perfect block, he'll always find something that you could do better, whether it be hands or running your feet better. So I think having both those coaches has been super beneficial to my development.
He has a passion for fullback play. That's
yes.
safe to say, right?
Yes, he does. He loves the fullbacks. He's it's certainly something he's passionate about. He's passionate about physicality, so it's right up his alley.
How fulfilling was it to get that 4th and goal at Purdue after that? Something that maybe you missed during the week and it was corrected, and just to block 2 guys and have that touchdown. How fulfilling was it for you to see that result?
Yeah, for me, that was one of my favorite plays I've ever been a part of. Obviously being challenged during the week was tough, but then once the game comes, you just kind of flush that out and you go run through somebody's face basically. So that play in a key moment of the game, you can't be worried or have any fear. So it's just trusting your training. I know that I've made that block tons of times before in practice, and so being able to take 2 was pretty cool.
Anything else with Barret? Okay.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Is it 12:11? Do you have time to talk to our radio?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure you guys have?
Got about 4 minutes.